You ever notice how there's this missing art form in today's world? It's probably not what you think. It's something that's so simple, but it's become so difficult these days. Nobody pays attention to it anymore. Nobody cares about it anymore. And what I'm talking about is the art of being human. Such a simple concept. If you look at the world around you today, there's so much division. Men versus women, white versus black. You've got Ukraine versus Russia. You've got all these wars going on. There's a lot of a lot of division. I couldn't even find the word. There's a lot of division in the world today, and it's taking away the art of being human. You've got ChatGPT. AI is great, but it's almost as if it's making people stupid, I think, because you're not using your own creativity. You're losing that human touch and that human side of you, even though it's something that's very effective. Sometimes you'll scroll on your phone and you'll see these acts of humanity where someone's helping someone else, but in your day-to-day life, you actually rarely see it. It's kind of strange, right? Because at the end of the day, we're all stuck on our phones when we're out in public and at home. The art of humanity is really being lost, I think. Just that human connection. And I think that this is actually necessary for a reset to happen. Give me 1 second, I'm going to turn the fridge off. All right, I'm back. Like I was saying, I believe that us losing this human touch and the art of humanity is important to bring things back, to bring back that human touch. We have such an ease of access to things these days that it's almost dumbing people down. We're so reliant on the things that make life easier that we lose our intelligence, we lose our creativity, we lose face-to-face connection that we have with people. These days we've got guys and women that are walking around that can't even hold eye contact with each other when they speak. And eye contact is everything. That's what brings you into these YouTube videos. The fact that I'm looking into the camera, speaking to you, making it feel like I'm talking directly to you. The art of being human is being lost. We're just dumbing it down. We keep dumbing it down by making things so much easier. And we're all just getting fatter and people are just becoming unhappier and stuff. But it's all because of that art of being human. It's being lost. The fact that you walk outside, you say hello to people, or you spark up a random conversation, or you help someone out. You just give someone a compliment and make someone's day. There's a lot of people that are aware of these things that do them, but the number is small. Everyone's so stuck in their own heads and they want to be perfect all the time. And they want everything to be perfect the first time, but that's not how things are as a human being. It doesn't work like that. You've seen a kid when a kid learns to speak, or a toddler rather, when a toddler learns to speak its language. It'll mess up on some of the words, and then you might correct the kid, and then the kid will pick it up, and from there on out, it'll be good at it. So sometimes these things are also necessary. You have to mess up a little bit as a human being to then become good at something. Being perfect the first time is a rarity. All these greats that we see in our world today, they failed over and over and over and over and over again. But they have this human touch to them, where they're not afraid to do it, and that's why they're successful. They're able to push through the failures, and they're able to be laughed at and picked on by other people because it's part of being human, It's part of the experience. You're not here to just be comfortable. But again, like I said, it's the ease of access that we have to everything. Now, I don't know what it's gonna take to shift things back. I have no clue. But it could be something drastic, it could be something not as drastic, but I know at the end of the day, it's gonna need the people to bring things back to normal. Everything in the world today, let me put it like this, when you look at revolutions and things, it's always started by the people. People in masses, in large masses, they come together, and then that collective consciousness starts to change. Ideas start to change, and when a whole mass of people come together and strive for change, it's unstoppable. compared to what it's like today, where everything's being mandated by the top down and then eaten by the masses and then spread throughout the masses of people. So usually revolutions start from the bottom up, and that's that human touch that I'm talking about. It starts from the bottom up and then works its way to the top, then causing change. But I just want y'all to be aware of this a bit more. The world's losing its human touch. The art of being human is being lost. People don't want to talk to each other. They don't want to look at each other. They just want to be inside and play video games all day. Guys just want to be inside and jack off and watch porn all day, which I can't understand for the life of me. I understand them because I was in that position before a long time ago, but I came out of it. You know, guys aren't going on dates. You see this T-app thing. That's also a trend going on right now. Like, women out here, you know, exposing bad details about men, and now the app is getting hacked and the women, their details and everything are getting exposed. You know, it's insane to watch. People think it's all fun and games, but you know, these things is what causes the art of being human to be lost, because at the end of the day, none of us can trust each other. I'm just hoping, like, with this video of me talking about it, that you can put your trust in me, because this is something that I'm seeing more and more and more. And we've got ChatGPT running things. Again, ChatGPT is great to an effect, but I've noticed it myself. When I want to be creative, it stops my creativity because it makes one reliant on a person, on the software. Now, I'm a pilot, right? And we have autopilot on planes, which will fly the plane for you. But we've also been taught in flight school to, of course, trust the autopilot, but you have to remember that it's not a human. It doesn't have that human touch. So there are certain situations where a human being is much better than the machine, and a human being will do the job better than the machine, especially when it comes to emergency situations. I don't think software can do that for you. We've got all sorts of AI stuff. I mean, it's cool, it's dope, it's great technology, but at the end of the day, that human touch, it's missing. And I think it's just a phase that's, you know, here at the moment. You know, there's new technology developing with it and stuff. We'll see where it goes. But, you know, over the past 20 years, we've had loads of technology that's come in and we thought it would take over. Like, I remember when I was a kid, we had Blackberries, those cell phones. What I remember was, like, from the years, let's say 2006 to 2009, they ran the market. But then the iPhone started to, you know, take its place. So we all thought Blackberries were the future and it was going to be a big deal. But then iPhones came to take its place, and it's 2025 now. So around 2010, iPhones became really big. Maybe a year or two before that, they became really big. It's 2025 today, and people are still using it till this day. And we don't even know what a Blackberry is. We don't care about it. So I think that can also happen with AI if something better or something with more of a human touch comes along. I don't know. But, you know, just look at your day to day, how things are. We have so much ease of access that being something as simple as being a human being is now difficult. It's so difficult to do. You can't have conversations with people. You can't look people in the eye when you talk to them. You can't express yourself without getting canceled. If you say the wrong thing, everyone comes after you. Not that one should care. I believe one should have a backbone enough to have their own beliefs, but then it requires others to respect it. But we've gotten to a point now where if you say the wrong thing, you're not respected. You're just canceled. You're thrown out. Like, it's retarded at the end of the day. I don't know what else word to put on it. Even like a word like that, people will cancel you for it. But it's just, the thought of it is just insane to me. It's so backwards. But, you know, I think a lot of changes are on the way. There are some young people that I speak to that are in their late teens, early 20s that see things the way I do. They see that the art of being human is being lost, that things have gotten a bit weird, and they want to see things, you know, become a bit more simpler, a bit more human. I don't know what else word to put on it, you know? You know, the simple things are often the best things. I play the bass guitar. I've gotten pretty good at it. I'm starting to become a little bit more advanced. But what I've noticed is that the guys that are the best at playing bass, that always have these great bass lines and stuff, it's not the guys that can play super fast and do all the fancy tricks, but it's the guys that can do the simple things. They have the right touch, the right tone, they play at the right time, the right space, these small things. All that is the human touch. Literally, you're using your fingers to play the instrument, right? It's not a computer or someone else doing it for you. You're doing it. It's that human touch, and that's the human touch that touches you. You might have a favorite instrument that you like to listen to, or a favorite artist that you might like to listen to, and there's just something about their voice or the way they play a certain instrument that hits you. It's that human touch. And again, we're losing it. We even have AI music out here, I have nothing against it. Again, it's dope, it's cool, but I believe music should have that human touch to it. Of course, you can use AI again to like spark up creativity or whatever. But again, I still think that it makes you a bit dull in it because you're relying on something to create something else that humans are good at doing already, excellent at doing already. Those simple things are often the best things, man. So when you step out the house, man, make sure you're saying hello to people. When you're talking to them, look them in the eye, ask them about their day, be genuine, have some intention, have some balls, man. Stop being so weak. There's no point of it. It doesn't get you anywhere. You're a human being. You're not some ant that's just living in this planet. You gotta, humble yourself to everyone. But you're a human being. Everyone's just like you. And this might even, some people might not like this, but like even the racism game, I don't play that game. People don't realize that it takes two parties to play that game. And yes, of course, there's a degree of it, but at the same time, the moment you let someone else dictate your worth and status on this planet due to your race, you've already lost the game. You're partaking in that game. But the moment you don't do that, and you don't come across with that energy, and you don't give them the opportunity to come with that energy, it's a whole different ball game. And this is coming from a guy that lives in a country where I'm a minority, if we're talking like race and stuff and all this division, I'm a minority, but there hasn't been one day where I've experienced any of it because of the fact that I don't allow others to play that game with me. You're not going to play that game with me. If you want to play that game, you do that. But then you're going to keep telling yourself that story and be stuck in that scenario. A lot of people won't like that I'm saying that, but it's the truth. Because at the end of the day, I'm a human being, and the person standing across from me, standing next to me, standing behind me is also a human being. Yes, we have our cultural differences and things, but at the end of the day, if we can learn about them and understand like, all right, these guys move a little bit different than I do, and accept it and embrace it as well, then that will solve all the problems. But division rules everything. It gives people something to talk about. I guess it's what keeps the world rolling. I have no clue. It's just what I'm seeing. It keeps the world rolling because literally every time I open my phone or if I'm looking somewhere, I see other thing too, bro. Our phones. Let me finish that point. Every time I look somewhere on my phone or on my laptop, it's always division. It's always about black or white. There's never any unity in a way. That was also what I was gonna say. Yeah, our phones, man. People need to understand that that's not real life. Everything that happens on social media isn't necessarily real life. I used to think like there aren't any good women out there and stuff, things like that. This is probably when I was a little bit bitter after my last breakup some years ago. I used to think women ain't shit, and like I was a little bit bitter. I got into that red pill rage. Hey, listen, like the red pill is great. It shows you the truth, but it's something that you don't want to sit in that rage because it'll fuck you over. But like the past 2 years that I've been here in this city, I've been meeting awesome women. They're not women that I would take seriously at all, but they're women that have shown me different sides of what a woman can be and what a good woman should be. And it's been a fun ride. And all that was due to the fact that I held on to the art of being human. I didn't sit and just go off of whatever was on social media and, listen to it. Yeah, I'd like pick up books as well and read them, like, to understand things, and it helped. But everything is to a degree. Some women are one way, some are another. At the end of the day, they are all the same, just like all men are the same. People don't like when others say that, but it's true. They're the same, but it's just to a different degree. One can be more hot-headed than another one's a bit more cool. You just gotta play it out and see what they're like, and understand them, and realize that, okay, she's a little bit different from this one, she's a little bit different from her, and play the game. That's the art of being human. There's a degree to everything. Hot is hot, cold is cold, but this temperature can be hotter than this temperature, but at the same time, temperature here is hotter than this one, and you know what I mean? There's a degree to everything. Everything isn't set in place. It's not boxed in. That's the art of being human. Again, I don't script these videos, so I don't even know where I ended up now. But I just wanted to let y'all know there's a missing piece in society today. The art of being human. Pay close attention to what's going on around you. Be a bit more observant. Don't be so stuck in what's going on in your phone and things. And again, associate yourself with people, speak to people, talk to people. There's so many interesting people out here, and we don't even know it because we're so stuck in our own heads. We're stuck in our phones, and we don't want to make that effort to open up and be social, and we just want to be in division all the time. Don't want to unite and come together. Sad to watch, but it might be a necessary evil, so to speak, to get things back on track. Hey, for one-on-one consultations, check the link in my bio, and I'll see you on the next vid. Peace.